today I would like to talk about the evolution of the search itself. So, of course, artificial intelligence has changed the way home buyers are searching for properties, and I would like to talk about how we can make our content AI friendly so that you're prepared for that next stage. Now, I personally am a big fan of artificial intelligence, so I actually find myself more and more not using Google and using more AI search engines such as ChatGPT, Bard, Claude. There's a variety of different search engines out there. So when I'm looking for important questions in life, such as did Taylor Swift put Travis Kelce on the map, I go to one of those search engines. And what's unique about that, what you'll notice, is that instead of giving me a bunch of links where I can go and research the answer to this question, it provides me with an answer. And I'm a busy girl, so I don't have time to click on all those things. This is perfect. I just want to get to the answer, get to the bottom line. And we see that people are starting to search for new construction very similar way. AI allows you to carry out conversations just like you would with your real estate agents. Instead of saying 3BR, half acre, Wayne, PA, new construction. Google limits you to 3 keywords, describe your dream home, which is an impossible task. AI instead allows us to carry on conversations just like I would with my real estate agent. I can say, hey, I have a large family, I'm looking for new construction in Wayne, Pennsylvania. I really want it to be at least 4 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms. I have dogs, so I'm looking for a larger plan, right? I want to be on a half acre, and please make it under $3 million. So again, it will return results, and it'll suggest which communities I should check out. It comes up with, hey, Toll Brothers has community near you, check it out. Instead of giving me those links, it will still reference the links at the bottom, but instead it will give me results, so cuts back on time, cutbacks on clutter. And what's really cool about this is that over time it will return results based on my preferences because it's learning about who I am. So funny story, I was dreaming about rats for whatever reason. I had this recurring dream and it was a rat in my dream. So I was like, okay, what does this mean? So I went on and I said, ChatGPT, like, what does this mean when I'm dreaming about rats? And it gave me an answer, but first it said, hey, as a chief brand officer in home building, you probably shouldn't discuss this topic with your followers. I was like, thank you so much for keeping me in my lane. But the bottom is, it's looking out for me. It knows who I am, it knows what kind of topics I typically discuss, and it said, hey, it's probably not appropriate to discuss this with your audience. So it's not only going to return searches that are appropriate to me because it knows me, but it's also going to return searches that are trending out there because it looks at all of internet and it's scouring that internet for me and narrowing that results for me. So it reduces the overwhelm factor. It gets me to the point where, hey, okay, there's the 3 communities you can start with. Another unique feature about AI-enabled chat is that it is voice and image capable. So I can just talk to it. And image is really important because home building, we are visual, right? All of our marketing materials, it's all visual. So now ChatGPT is able to actually view floor plans. So when I ask it, hey, which floor plan would be the best for my large family, it's able to compare floor plans and tell me, oh, hey, that one is going to be the best option for you. This is really important as you're thinking about the kind of content you're developing for search.
If I can interject real quick, I think these are 2 great takeaways. As just like Melissa said, don't do it now, but to go in and play with some of the ChatGPT features and just test how your brand is showing up, and play with like Alexa, play with all of the different formats out there because people are using it and you're going to be really surprised. So it was a good takeaway, something you can start doing when you get back to the office.
Mm-hmm. So when it comes to creating AI-friendly content, think about clarity of content, quality of content, user intent, right? What type of things are people asking for? And you want to answer that in full sentences in your content because it's no longer keywords. And standardization. So when it comes to floor plans, think about how they're standardized with how you're representing walls, windows, all the different spaces so that AI is able to read that information very easily so that it can bring it to search results. User experience is also extremely important for AI because it prioritizes how fast is your website, is it mobile friendly, is user engaged on your website. And speaking of user engagement, we know that interactive content is very important for user engagement. For some reason the videos are not playing, but okay, it's supposed to show the interactive content on there. Interactive content is great for engaging users because they spend more time on your website engaging with your content. But the best part about interactive content is that every single click generates data. That data is very valuable because data is what feeds AI in turn. So we can see not only individual customer journey based from that data. If you have interactive content like Smith Douglas on their website, we can see that this customer came in, they visited, they had 2 sessions averaging 46 minutes per session, which is incredible. We can see that they have engagement score of 62, which is anything over 60% means they're very engaged. They're not a hot lead yet because they haven't reached out to the builder to contact them. But we can see all the details, how many communities they viewed, how many floor plans, how many floor plans they favored. So we can see down to, okay, which home did they design, and all the colors, all the options. So it's not only great for your salespeople because now when they follow up with that lead, it's not, hey, are you still interested? It's actually having a conversation about their preferences. Obviously, you don't want to be creepy about it and say, I can see every single thing that you're doing on there. But hey, have you looked at our gourmet kitchens? Because you know that they really like the gourmet kitchen option. You can also aggregate all of that data. So when you aggregate that data, like Tim Costello talked about yesterday, you can be on top of those trends. Hey, everybody's looking at smaller footprints. You can get ahead of that and offer smaller footprints to your customers. Just like Mike talked about visitor times, you can see I pulled that from Lombardo Homes website. The darker, that means the heavier traffic. So you can see the normal business hours are very light. And all the activity happens at midnight, 10 o'clock at night on the weekends. So when you're digitizing your sales process, both Melissa and Mike talked about buy now and transacting online. One of the biggest benefits of keeping customer as long as possible on your website and instead of taking them offline is because all of that data is recorded through transaction. You're not just limiting it to the marketing stage, you are getting full picture of what are they doing, what did they look at, and where did they end up. Because when you have that data, then you can utilize things like personalization marketing. So when somebody comes into your website, if they're coming in from California, you're going to show them certain pictures versus if they're a downsizer or a first-time buyer, what kind of messaging, what kind of images you're going to show them can be personalized based on that data. Predictive marketing like Amazon, hey, if you looked at this floor plan, chances are you're really going to like this. It's going to help you with product development and supply chain optimization, just like airline seats. Chances are you didn't pay the same price as person sitting next to you. So if somebody's looking at home site 13 and everybody's looking at that home site, raise the price automatically. If nobody's looking at home site 8, hey, maybe that's the sale. So in conclusion, as you're thinking about making your content AI friendly, concentrate on interactive content. Interactive content is gold because it generates all that data, and AI needs data. Think about offering personalized experiences that are dynamically changing based on that customer's preferences, their, again, location, their interest, etc. And as much as possible, you want to create an omni-channel experience and break down any data silos. So whether it's marketing department, sales department, customer service, you want to unify that data as much as possible so that AI can really see the entire customer journey and they can optimize that in more of a holistic way.